Go and take a peep at the GameStop Series X restock.
Sup, gang? Welcome back to GNAG. Our gang is just a little twisted.
Tell me you were filming none of that?
Only half of it.
Hey guys, welcome back. I copped an Xbox.
Which one?
The Series X.
It's about time.
It was so stressful trying to find a place that had it and not get wrecked by scalpers. And I copped at GameStop of all places.
Oh, yeah.
Of all places.
I was thinking it would be Best Buy, if anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Best Buy's been doing restocks.
Although Walmart's got a lot of the Series S's in.
They really do. More than you would expect.
They had like 4 the other day. Or not the other day, but like the other week.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is nobody wants the S.
My friend did, because it was a side console, though.
Yeah, as a side console. That's fine.
Because he was like, I want to save up for the X. And I was like, dude, if it's a side console, get the S.
Yeah, that's fair. The X should not be a side console. It deserves more respect.
So when I said Jarrett was saving it for financial reasons, I actually lied. I just remembered why. I thought that's what it was, but no, that was somebody else. For him, he doesn't have a 4K TV or anything that can do
I don't have a 4K TV.
Exactly. But you still have something that can do 120 frames. He doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the important piece.
Although
that makes sense.
By the time like the game or Infinite rolls around, I will more than likely be getting the LG Nano Series TV because it can do both and it's under 1K, which is nice.
Yeah. It's rare.
For me, it'll be so good.
For me, 2K is okay, so I'm not trying to get 4K. I bought everything I need. I'm ready to game.
I'm just so freaking hyped for this game, dude. After all the footage that we got this week.
Oh, yeah. We're coming off the heels of E3. If you guys watched it, amazing content. Everything but Xbox and Bethesda was disappointing.
I did like I liked the Nintendo
didn't
Mario
every
Party.
Nintendo fan want something out of that showcase that didn't happen?
They wanted Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
Which I think they got. Did they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was Breath of the Wild footage.
I did not watch the Nintendo showcase.
I didn't know I wanted another Mario Party, but I do now that I've seen it.
I hope it's better than
I didn't mind the Switch, but it definitely was not the best.
They nerfed the coins and the stars and
yeah. Mario Party 7 on the GameCube is my favorite.
Right, and I'm a Mario Part 8 fan myself, so it's quite a difference in the way that they did the Switch.
Yeah, this one is basically just a remastered N64 version with some GameCube thrown in.
That's pretty cool. I feel like you'll get some good fans over that.
Oh yeah, and this one, instead of like 3 boards, there's actually like 5. And again, they're all N64 boards, so
that's awesome.
They pretty much are like, yeah, this one didn't do as good. Let's go back to the classics, the ones that everybody really likes. I'm hoping.
Right.
I just want a Mario Party 7 remaster.
That's not going to happen.
It's not, but I want it to be. At least one of the boards, like the big space board.
But don't hold your breath.
Well, if we got
you Nintendo fans out there, you get nothing that you want. Pretty much.
Aw, man, just E3 was so good. I broke down Halo footage.
Oh, yeah, there was more Halo footage than I expected, actually.
I literally combed through it all.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting it, like, piece by piece.
Do you know how many analysis videos I watched after the fact?
Same!
So many.
Did you watch that one that I sent you?
Probably not. You should. There's a high chance I did not do that.
No, you really should, though. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. So, along with that... And along with copping a Series X, we're feeling good. We're not half dead today.
Yeah, for
Crafter.
Real. No, dude. I woke up this morning because we film in the mornings.
Inconsistently,
but around the same time. Within about an hour margin. But I got a text from him, or like he woke me up. Just spammed. Like I had an alarm and then I hit snooze. Well, the second alarm was about to hit, and right as it was about to hit, I hear the text message alert, and I heard like 3 of them. And he's like, Series X! And I was like, nice. And then I had
he was just like, nice. I'm trying to sleep.
I then went on a calling spree, having to call pretty much everybody I thought might want one. One of the friends, he went to PC instead. Another one got one in November, so he actually got one before me.
Understandable.
One of them had the money, but his wife is not going to let him spend that money on that.
I don't respect. Big L.
They're going to spend the money on paved driveway. And then the other one didn't have a TV that could support any of the stuff. And by the time he actually can afford one, that's when they'll be more commonplace.
What's more enjoyable, a driveway or a Series X?
That's what he was saying.
What's going to last you longer, too? That's the thing. You never know. With the paved driveways, something could happen. You got to pressure wash it every once in a while. Some maintenance. Do you even have a pressure? Does he have a pressure washer?
Probably not.
So you're going to spend more money on a pressure washer or just rent one. But,
could borrow ours.
Yeah. Good. Charge him for it.
You know what my brother told me yesterday?
I can't even imagine.
He came into my, like, while I was playing Halo, and he just came in and he was like, "Hey, don't use the chainsaw while I'm not here." And I'm like, There's
a story, I'm sure.
And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What chainsaw?" He's like, "I bought a chainsaw." And I was like, and then he left, and it was just the most random thing.
What do you even have to cut with your chainsaw?
This tree right out here.
He got a whole chainsaw.
Well, we're not cutting it down. We're just cutting a lot of the limbs at the bottom because we walk around that way, but the branches are always in our face. It's just an electric one. It's not anything like too powerful.
12-volt.
I don't even know where it is. I haven't seen it yet.
He probably hid it from you. He's like, I cannot, under any circumstances, allow Crafter to get his hands on this chainsaw.
No, I'm bad with fire, not sharp objects.
You're like Spencer, like from iCarly. Just catch everything on fire.
Speaking of iCarly, by the time this episode comes out, it will have been out yesterday. For us, it'll be out tomorrow.
I don't even know if I want to watch it. Do I want to watch it?
I'm absolutely going to watch it.
Do you even have a Paramount Plus account?
I do, actually.
Did you get one just for iCarly?
No.
No, okay.
I got one for all the other Nick shows that came out when it first launched.
See, I was thinking that they were just going to keep putting stuff on Netflix because Nickelodeon's been putting a crap load of stuff on Netflix.
I don't know. Well, now they got Paramount, so they don't.
Can we get an H2O remaster?
Nobody wants
for
that.
the plot. I want that.
How about House of Anubis remaster?
Oh, yes! House of Anubis.
Did anyone actually watch?
Reference.
Did anyone actually watch that?
I did. Yo, the mysteries were kind of cheesy, though, low-key. But it was so fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
reference. You know the first thing that came to my mind? That joke I made yesterday. When we were playing Claps Ahoy. No, you thought that was hilarious.
It was really funny at the time.
We were playing Halo. I don't remember the context.
He just said Claps Ahoy.
I think we were just we were destroying kids, and then I just yelled, "They're getting a whole pack of Claps Ahoy." Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, it got me off guard a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny. One of those rare moments.
You and Jupe both thought that was funny.
Yeah. Can we talk about how you basically just took Cam's friend to just grind with on the ranks?
I think you should rephrase that statement for the non-gamers.
Nah, they understand exactly what I'm talking about.
No, they don't.
He do be playing bro code. What's a bro code?
No, that's my brother. I'm kidding.
He doesn't watch these.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. That's not really what this is.
But no, one of Cam's friends.
She's like a plat 6 or diamond 1.
She's like a diamond 2.
But since Crafter doesn't get rank playing with all these champs and Onyxes, my fault.
Even when I got Onyx, I wasn't getting any rank. I got 1 point for beating Recline and all of them, and then nothing.
Well, but then you've been boosting off Cam's
Not
friend.
necessarily. Not because we're not even a full rank level thing apart. We're both in low diamond. I'm in mid diamond, she's in low diamond.
But when you play, are you fighting diamonds?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
I end up absolutely my account is basically a Smurf account that is not intended to be a Smurf account.
What do you mean?
Because my skill level is way higher than what my rank keeps giving me. Because I literally went, I wasn't even trying. It was on Plaza, I think. I wasn't even trying. She'll tell you, I'd never even looked at the score. Suddenly we won, and I was like, what was I, like 16-2 or 18-2, and I never even, and she was like,
Gross.
I never even tried. Like, I was just so relaxed.
So earlier today, I was waiting in line at GameStop to get an Xbox, right? And there were 2 other people right next to me that we've been talking about, and this one dude got there 3 hours early for some reason, even though nobody else was there. And
You didn't know that was going to be the case.
I know, and I understand. He just wanted to cop. I feel that. And then this other couple that they didn't even know what games they wanted to play yet, but they just knew that they wanted it. But anyway, this FedEx truck rolls up 4 minutes before the doors open, and we're like, that better not be our Xbox. There's no, that better not be. It wasn't, spoiler alert, but we're all like, if they roll, you know how easily that could go wrong? You hit one wrong stoplight, you're done. All those people, mad, upset.
That would have been a whole mess up.
Also, do you think consoles are the only thing keeping GameStop in business right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Or Pops? Funko
That
Pops.
too. I never buy disc games anymore.
Oh, no.
Unless it's like some kind of collector's edition or something. Like, unless there's a reason to buy a disc version, I don't normally do that anymore. Especially since I got the Series X. That's when I kind of like switched over to all digital.
Yeah. I understand that. But GameStop, it used to have like collectibles and statues.
They do have some good collectibles. Like I can't find
Funkos, bro.
I can't find the Halo Nerf rifles or anything anywhere other than there. I've never seen them anywhere else except for that one time at Best Buy.
Best Buy.
But that was the one thing. Best Buy's like
I guess that's
gaming
true.
section is literally just a small GameStop.
I found the MA40 at GameStop.
What do you mean? Oh, the
assault
MA40. I was thinking of the other thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's got to be like between those and the Funkos. I don't know how because surely they don't make money off games.
Probably not. Like apparently GameStop employees, I think they make more off old games, like pre-owned, which makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
So they try to push pre-owned games more than they do new games.
But the thing with pre-owned, that's a steal because if you think about it, you have to download everything to your console anyway.
Yeah.
So if you get a pre-owned downloadable disc, like, okay, who cares? Why does it have to be new?
Remember when like Halo 3 came out or Halo 3 ODST and you had the multiplayer disc? You had the game disc and then the multiplayer.
Good times.
So, since this whole podcast is basically going to be Halo-centric, I can tell because of the hype of E3.
E3.
What was your favorite new feature for Infinite? Or favorite small feature, like something that doesn't really change the game so much, but
definitely
just
the
cool.
reflector or whatever they're calling
I don't know.
it.
Okay, I don't think that we'll get into like abilities and weapons and stuff. I'm talking more about like my favorite thing is
the like tiniest details.
For me, it's the fact that it's not red and blue anymore. Is we can actually show the colors of our Spartan in the game.
Yeah, that's
something more
cool.
like that. Like a feature that doesn't change how the game plays, just something more aesthetic, like customization or something. My
favorite thing is the oddball animation.
Oh my god, yeah,
that's
dude,
so
I
cool.
love. Like, did you see how far that Spartan flew?
Oh yeah, the edit for it, he just like, bam,
guy went soaring into a wall.
I can already tell it's gonna be loads of fun. Did anything else at E3 interest you?
I didn't watch anything else. I mean, I'm sure I'll play the new Battlefield,
I won't.
at some point.
I won't do that.
But let's be real, as soon as Infinite drops, our squad is going to call off work for a week, and we're just going to grind through the campaign together, and then we'll just
I'm sure.
hop into multiplayer and immediately wreck every noob we come across.
I'll be playing night and day for at least a couple days.
Oh yeah, for sure. When the beta comes out, I'll probably... depending on when it comes out, I'll probably take a couple days off to play it. Mm-hmm. When the actual game gets its release date, I will definitely call off work for like a solid week. I don't even I'll have like 12 vacation days.
Use all 12.
I don't even care if I have to use 5 right then and there.
Use all 12.
No, I gotta save some for the spring.
No, you don't.
I'll use at least half.
You don't have to save any.
But I'll definitely probably use like 5 of them immediately for that. I don't care what anybody says. It is worth it. because when Halo 5 came out, I didn't get that luxury. The day after Halo 5 came out, I had just gotten, or no, it was the same day because I got the download. No, yeah, it was the day after. I got the game late at night, so it was downloading for the next day, because that's for however that was supposed to work. I don't know.
Downloads were rough. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the next day I was heading to Washington D.C.
Oof.
So I got to play, I think, 2 games of Warzone before I actually went on the trip. And then I didn't get to play Halo again for almost a week. And by that point, they had already played the campaign and everything. They were so far ahead of me. Like, it took me forever to figure out how to ground pound.
Okay.
Do you think thrusting is going to be a feature again?
No.
I don't mind that ground pound.
I haven't seen it in any of the stuff that we've seen. There's no way.
Did you notice how with the capture the flag, you don't have the pistol anymore, but you can now sprint with the flag?
I did notice.
I like that trade-off.
Cool.
I'm totally fine not having a weapon, but getting to sprint and
also the Razorback. You can put the flag on the back.
Razorback.
You can put the flag on the back of it, and then you can actually shoot.
You can put anything on the back of it.
Can you imagine, like, you stack out a Razorback with, like, 4 players with, like, a flag on the back, and they're just running through
So,
it?
I think this is going to be the GTA 5 online of Halo games. And what I mean by that is, like...
not open world multiplayer.
No, what I mean is it's going to be that game where they just keep updating it over and over, so they won't have to put out another game for a very long time.
Oh yeah, I think that's the whole point.
Yeah, it's like this will be the Halo game of Halo games. Like it's like a games as a service, less so than just like Halo 5 was very much a traditional game, but MCC has become a more games for service with all their new seasons and everything.
Actually, let's talk about this for a second. As far as live service games, because it seems like that's kind of the way gaming is going. It's unavoidable. There's a lot of money in it. I think Fortnite kind of helped pioneer that whole structure.
Oh, definitely.
And so, since that's the way gaming's kind of going right now, what do you think the best way to do it is? What do you think the best way to do microtransactions and battle passes?
Okay, so I like what Halo Infinite is going to be doing with their battle pass, where it basically gives you the option to buy any of them for any season, and it never expires. So you can choose where. I love when they said that.
Right, it's like MCC.
It's like when Fortnite came out, I was never able to get to level 100.
Same.
And it's like you have to as an adult, I do not have the time to put that much energy into it.
One thing I really did like about Fortnite's, though, was you could get V-Bucks in the Battle Pass.
Yeah.
Which you could then use to buy.
I don't know if Halo will do that, but the advantage to Halo is
or just buy some skin.
It's like all cosmetic, which I like. But
yeah.
So also
as it should be, but there's so many things.
So they had like the 4 different generations of armor, like the Halo Reach, Halo 2, Halo 3, and like the Halo 5 or like the Halo Infinite armor.
Gen 3, yeah.
Yeah. Which model are you going to go with? I'm definitely going with the newest.
I kind of like the Gen 3.
For me, I've never been a big Reach armor fan. I got to be honest. I might get some slack for that, but
well, the armor from the Reach game was pretty decent. It has a lot of attachments and stuff, but the like recreations they always do, I enjoy. They're better in my opinion.
So one of the things that I never even like thought about doing is like, because you can customize like the legs, the knee pads, torso, and then the arms you can make separate.
They said there's more stuff they haven't even showed.
Yeah, and the arms can be separate from one another. I didn't realize, like, normally I like to have things symmetrical. However, when I saw in the trailer the guy who has like its armor's all gray but the one red arm, and I was like,
Scorpion Punch.
I was like, oh, I've got to do something just like that.
Okay, so this is cool. The prosthetics.
Oh my god.
Those are pretty sweet.
Talk about tiny hitboxes.
And you can do like full prosthetics.
Did you see
or
you
just
can
like
do it on
half arm prosthetics?
or even just the hand. You can
even
literally
just the hand.
You can also do it on the legs too. Which I think is insane.
It's so cool. Like,
are you gonna do prosthetics?
Probably. I'll have like a prosthetic arm or something.
I think for me, I'm gonna, if I do prosthetics, it might be legs, but I think I'm gonna do like my armor in the traditional black with the dark blue.
That's on brand.
With probably like the knee pads or like the hands or something, just in the visor, like the light blue color I like to use. But I think I'll make the whole one of the arms light blue as well. I was gonna say light blue.
Light blue. Okay.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I mean, it kind of just depends on the the coatings that are available.
Oh,
I know that's a point of contention for people, but I think it'll be kind of cool.
Did you notice how some of the visors look like they have texture?
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm just so freaking hyped.
There's just going to be a lot of content. Like, as far as... So, it's one thing, because, like, live service games... Like, I guess Destiny would count. Fortnite.
Does Destiny count?
Destiny kind of does the same crap. Do they have, like, a battle pass, though? I don't know.
I have no idea with Destiny, actually.
The thing is, like, all these other ones, I want to collect everything, but it's like you said, if you get battle passes in those games, if you don't get to level 100 or whatever, and it resets, you're screwed. You can't get the new stuff.
Well, luckily these, you can choose, like, because there are going to be some battle passes where we are not going to like the armor at all.
I'm
so
sure,
it's like, oh, well, we don't like this one, we'll still play it. But then the next one comes out, oh, this armor's awesome. Forget this battle pass, we'll move on to the next one.
The main thing I worry about, I think, is the cheating. Since it's free to play, having people that know how to hack and cheat, and that's always a big problem.
By the time, like, because you and I will obviously play, like, I imagine when the game first comes out, we're going to pretty much try every game type.
Probably, yeah.
So do you think, okay, so our squad primarily only plays Slayer right now. Do you think we're really going to hit that competitive team arena thing?
Maybe.
Or do you think we're going to stay, like, solo?
Our squad kind of sucks, though, Loki.
We never practice it.
We kind of suck.
We never practice arena anymore. We used to. And
yeah.
And now we're like solely Slayer.
We've had a lot of teammates throughout the year. We dropped you, picked you back up, dropped you again, picked you back up.
R.I.P. Ethan. Shout out to our boy.
Miss you, buddy.
Do you think he'll return for Infinite?
Doubt it, but maybe.
Well, here's what'll happen if he does. I'm going to get dropped again,
now, right?
And Jupe will take my spot. It'll be you, Cam, Jupe, and Ethan.
Yeah, I could see that. You'll have to squad up with Duplex.
I imagine, and what's funny is I think Jupe's the one who's going to advocate for me to stay out of anybody. Jupe's going to be like, hey, we should get Crafter in here. He's probably lonely or missing us or something.
It's true. It's true.
They literally dipped me at one point, and they didn't tell me about it either. And they were like, you can play with us again once you get to Onyx.
Or like,
literally,
buddy,
that
you're my friend, but you are so trash in this
literally
game.
They said, like, you have to get
ranked
Onyx. That exact same day I got to Onyx.
He did. He played all night long. And then we were kind of just like, fair enough.
They were like,
well played.
So I don't remember which one of you said it, but one of you was like, did we expect this outcome?
Nope. Fair played.
I've gotten Onyx a few, like, I just got Onyx recently, and then I immediately lost it playing with you guys.
He drops like 5 and 16 constantly.
That is not true.
It is true.
Sometimes. It depends.
You play with these high level games and then you go negative constantly, but then you want to complain about rank.
It depends.
Explain to me how that makes any sense.
I kicked Experiment's butt the other day, though.
Yeah.
I love
They don't know who that is, but...
Nah. He's a guy we play against all the time. What sucks for him, though, is he's a good player.
Yeah,
he tries so hard, but he always solo queues and gets the worst teammates imaginable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he went 24 and, like, 6, and his teammates still made him lose.
Yep. It'd be like that sometimes.
That's awful. Because there's only 50 kills. He literally had half of his team's kills by himself. And barely any deaths.
Poor guy.
R.I.P. Spearmint.
So, it's Wednesday for us. There's a new Loki out today. We haven't seen it yet.
We will.
But I'm excited. Any early predictions?
So I think. Do you think the Tesseract is going to play a bigger part? Specifically, like I think, like a secret weapon kind of thing. Like he'll carry it around, and then at some point he'll just teleport somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I also think the villain of the series is going to be the Lady Loki.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Or the old man.
Or
classic.
Mephisto.
I think it also could be Old Man. They've said that they got somebody to play
Who the heck is Old Man?
Old Man Loki, like the classic original, like back when he was first created Loki. Mm-hmm. Like he'll be in like the original version of the costume and everything.
You're talking like Norse deity.
Yeah, exactly, like Norse Loki.
Interesting.
I like the design of President Loki. It's literally ripped out of the comics. They've been doing that a lot recently. Marvel's just realized that even like because DC did it first with like Batman. In Dark Knight, and then Marvel was like, hey, they literally just took what worked in the comics and did it in live action. Let's just do that same formula. And then suddenly we have, like, the new Falcon. We have Miss Marvel. We have Captain Marvel. Like, all of them. Like, they're literally just like, oh, well, if it worked, I guess we can do it too.
And a couple of those that you mentioned were actually good, so that's good too.
Because, like, think about it. In DC, you got Wonder Woman's costume, comic accurate.
Oh, yeah,
Batman's, specifically Ben Affleck's, literally pulled from the pages.
I love what they did with, like, the Amazon warrior type.
Of course you do.
That they're looking for. No, because think about it, right? Like, Wonder Woman has always had, like a, what do they call it? Like a leotard with a... And the thing is, like, she's wearing, like, armor in the movies, and it's awesome.
Yeah. But it's still, like, that same leotard thing, but it just looks more armored. And then, like, they actually went in the comics and made her suit look more like that.
Yeah, and, I mean... It's got a skirt. There wasn't a skirt in the original.
The skirt's better.
The skirt is better. I agree. They did great with those costumes.
They made Aquaman's costume look live.
Yeah, they did.
How do you pull that off? Like,
very carefully.
I thought Zack Snyder's was like a more modern interpretation of it, which I was like, yeah, I like this. And then the Aquaman director, I'm forgetting his name right now. He's just like, hold my beer.
He's like, oh, people aren't gonna take this movie seriously. Octopus on the drums. Oh, that's a reference from the comics? Of course it is. Like,
there's so many. And then The Flash is supposed to be getting a more comic accurate suit.
If that movie ever comes out.
They're in the process of filming, which is good.
Yep. They sure are.
That's the first time we've gotten that.
Yep.
According to Illuminerd...
hey, do you think DC's gonna, like, have any sort of connected anything, or is the Flash movie just gonna be its own thing?
Well, no, it's supposed to kind of reboot everything. Shocker.
Why?
But get this. So apparently, Grant, according to a recent report from Illuminerd, they have a exclusive where apparently Grant Gustin's Flash is supposed to appear in this film.
Why?
Because I don't know if you ever saw the scene in Crisis on Infinite Earths when they did that, where
I did after the fact. Yeah,
you did see the scene with Ezra Miller. I think they're trying to pay that off. Originally, I thought they would just take that scene and throw it into the Flash movie, but apparently that's not the case. Which I thought that'd be more.
But they're gonna put Grant Gustin in the Flash movie.
Yeah, I mean they did him on the TV show.
Yeah, that's.
I think here's the thing. I think everybody wants it.
Well, because he's. Let me back up for a second. Grant Gustin as the Flash is great. The Flash sucks.
It didn't. It does now.
It used to be really good. It's trash now. The show. Yeah.
Superman and Lois.
What's your favorite line from the new season of The Flash? Favorite line.
Can I kill myself instead?
No, go ahead. Tell me. I'm curious.
There's. Oh my god, I love this.
There's
something stronger here than or more powerful than all of this. It's the love that Iris and I have for each other, and it's inside you, Nora. Kate, I constantly
how is that an actual line?
I constantly tell him how bad it is, and he doesn't believe me. So
he showed me the clip.
The mid-season finale, I sent him a clip where Barry, like, I'm not even going to go into it because I will start.
Spoilers for the trash episodes.
Nobody cares.
If you care about the Flash,
nobody cares. Nobody
sorry.
Likes it anymore.
I don't personally, but I'm not going to roast
I'm just holding out to episode 100. I just want to see what they do with Impulse. That's the if they screw up Impulse.
Can I make predictions?
Well. Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're going to do literally nothing with that character.
Probably. They never know what to do with any more than one speedster, and they can barely handle the one.
Remember when Wally got his speed, and they're just like, I don't know.
And then he went over to Legends, and he was like, hey, he's actually really good on Legends.
But then they canned him there, too, didn't they?
Well, that was more the actor wanting to leave. He would have
probably because he didn't get any dang respect.
I don't know. Legends is still great. Superman and Lois is killing it. You need to watch it. It's so good. Like, I think
I'll add it to the list of things that I definitely won't get to watch. There's a low chance I watch it.
Like, what was I gonna say?
Something about how the love that Iris and I have for each other.
That's so bad.
That's inside you right now. Or what about when they're like...
Apparently Diggle was just on Batwoman. I saw like a clip on YouTube. I haven't watched it. I just saw that apparently...
Question, is he supposed to be like Green Lantern?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
What I mean is...
Is he Green Lantern or is he not Green Lantern?
He got the power ring in the end of Crisis. Like a meteor crashed right in front of him and sent him flying into a truck.
That sounds funny, actually.
Like it literally slammed out in front of him. He went flying back and into like a van or something. And then he opens up this little box that was sitting there and a green light is flashing to him. So apparently what they are saying is he is not going to... He has finally settled down with his family, so he's not going to accept the call. And the reason being is, like, the real reason is because they want to save that for the movies. They want to do that in the movies first.
They have been saying they're going to do Green Lantern in the movies, and they haven't.
We're getting an HBO series, which they've started casting. Don't know when filming's actually going to happen or if it's going to connect to anything, but...
It probably won't. It probably won't. That's the brand.
DC's will realize they can't catch up to Marvel, so they're doing their own thing. There's, like, everything is multiverse.
They could start making their own connected stuff.
They
just
think
suck
it's
at
too
connecting
late.
it.
Well, here's what they've decided to do now. Is they're like,
Fire their best actors?
Yes. They're like, well, we'll just make anything. It doesn't have to connect.
Literally anything.
Basically, if another
just
director...
throw it at the wall.
Well, if another director wants to use those characters from this continuity, then they can figure out a way of connecting it or bring them in through the multiverse. That's how they've decided to do it, is multiverse connects everything, so it all matters and none of it matters. So you can pick and choose what you actually want to watch. So, like, for example, if you didn't watch the 1989 Batman film, or, like, Batman or Batman Returns... Well, we know he's going to be in the Flash movie, and it's going to pick up after those two movies many years down the line for Michael Keaton's Batman. So it's like, yes, you could choose to watch those Batman films, or you don't have to. They're technically now in continuity because of the connective tissue. Same thing with Grant Gustin's Flash. Sure, you could go watch all 8 seasons of The Flash.
But why would you do that?
Exactly. Or 7 seasons of The Flash to understand why Grant Gustin is there, or you could just not, and it doesn't matter.
But see,
with Marvel, they make it like a key priority to have everything connected because things will pay off later. Mm-hmm. With these, it's like, oh, well, it'll matter in this movie. It probably will not matter later.
But the things that they're just kind of continuing decades later don't hold up very well.
What? DC?
Like, yeah, because like the Michael Keaton movies were great at the time. But have you watched them recently?
Yeah, I still love Batman Returns.
They're kind of not that great.
It's just Tim Burton's art style.
Yeah,
it's not the
probably
movie.
What it is.
The movies, like, Tim Burton has a style that I'm not a big fan of either. I just love those Batman films, and I love Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's not so much that it feels out of date. It's just that style. It's like it's the same thing. Like I love Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I hate Michael Bay though, and I hate his style. But I still...
Why specifically Dark of the Moon?
I don't know. I mean, I like the first...
Hasn't he made, honestly, like, 12 Transformers
he's made 5,
movie?
But I mean, I like the first 3, but Dark of the Moon's the one that I always like the best. I don't know why. But it's like, yeah,
Is it bad that I don't remember, like, any specific plot line for any of the Transformers movies?
No.
Bumblebee's
the only one that matters.
What happens in Dark of... I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Bumblebee's actually really good.
What happens in Dark of the Moon?
In Dark of the Moon, they had Sam's like living in DC with his new girlfriend because R.I.P. Megan Fox. They just like canned her.
I think she wanted more money.
She did, and then her and Michael Bay had a dispute, so she was out of there.
Okay.
So it was, all going good there or whatever, and he's got like a new girlfriend now, played by not even an actress, like a model.
Is that the one where she's like a transformer, like a Decepticon?
No, that's Revenge of the Fallen. That's the second film. And it wasn't his girlfriend. That was just some girl from his college.
Oh. And
this one, his new girlfriend, she like basically works for like a car, like an antique car guy who owns this big company. Sentinel Prime is back. Optimus is like mentor. And he's got the space bridge technology, and suddenly, like, there's a huge invasion of Chicago, and Chicago basically gets destroyed. They're trying to bring Cybertron to Earth.
I don't remember any of this.
I don't know if you ever saw it.
I've definitely seen it.
Are you sure?
I think it's that forgettable.
I don't know. I enjoyed that one a lot.
It's probably the best of the bunch. No hate to the movies, they're just bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of the way it goes.
They are, except for Bumblebee, because I actually got a decent director.
And
Camden's like, it's in continuity. I'm like, no,
it's not.
It's not. It is in continuity the same way that George Clooney is to Batman Returns. Like, it is, but it very clearly isn't. It's like, yeah, it makes, like, it's got Alfred. That's the only connective tissue. It's like, oh yeah, and Bumblebee in the end, he turns into a Camaro. Literally nothing else about the plot of these movies make any sense. Like, that is the only... It's, like, that's how they pitched it, but it's complete... So basically... Like, in the first Transformers movie, Bumblebee's already there. He's already kind of doing his thing. And then the other Autobots arrive in, like, the 2010s.
So this is how Bumblebee got there?
Yeah, this is in the 80s. And then the Optimus arrives in the 80s. And then the other Transformers arrive. And it's like, that breaks all the continuity right there. Just that alone. And forget the fact that literally none of them look even remotely like the other versions of themselves. Or... anything else about the plot. It's literally Cam was like, oh, well, he turned into a Camaro at the end of the movie. They are connected because of that. Camden, no. Literally, the Batman movies literally just share the same Alfred, and then even DC's like, yeah, those are not connected anymore.
Explain to me how...
Although I don't know, when we're getting another Transformers movie, they've kind of like... they don't know what to do anymore.
It's not bad.
Like,
explain to me how the best Green Lantern movie that we've ever gotten.
The only Green Lantern movie we've ever gotten.
No, I was gonna say is the Buzz Lightyear show like this.
Have you seen? You haven't seen Stargirl, I assume.
What's a Stargirl?
It's a DC show. It's actually really good.
Where?
Originally it was on DC Universe. It is now on the CW and HBO Max. Season 2 will be out this year. So, you know how we got there's the Justice League.
Short version?
So there's the Justice League, right?
Okay.
Well, then you know the Justice Society.
Yes, the discount Justice League.
Like, Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, all them. Well, this takes place on what is now, according to Crisis, Earth 2. So basically, the Justice Society is dead. Like, the Injustice Society basically killed the whole Justice Society. And... the only person there's only like one or two survivors of the original, and basically who it is this Starman, who is one of the like leaders of the JSA.
Isn't that the Weeknd song?
No, that's Starboy. Well, Starman survived barely, but he ended up dying, but basically he ended up his sidekick Stripes.
Starboy?
Or Stripes.
Starboy?
Or Stripey. That was his name.
Tell me his name's not Stripey.
It is.
I don't want to hear any more about this.
He ended up surviving.
Nope. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
Well, he ends up getting married to this one woman who has like a family. Him and his son, they get married to her and her daughter. So
Stripey got married?
Yes.
To who? Polka Dotty? Who did he...
Well, basically, he has all this, like, JSA memorabilia in his basement now, like, where they moved to. In the small, very small, like, community town.
Okay.
And his now stepdaughter, Courtney...
a collector, I respect it.
She ends up finding the staff. What is it called? The Cosmic Staff, which belonged to Starman. It's basically, like, a sentient staff that... It's, like, one of those kind of... It chooses... the person type thing.
Okay.
Well, it chooses her, and then basically she finds out about all this stuff, and he has to explain it to her. She decides she's going to take up the mantle. She thinks Starman is her dad, so she decides, I'm going to take up the mantle and become Stargirl. She basically...
But they're not related in any way.
No, she just thinks they are throughout the whole first season, until she finds out they're not.
What makes her think that they are?
She hasn't seen him since she was, like, very, very little, like 3 or 4, so she doesn't have a great memory of what he looks like. She has a locket with a picture of him and the picture of Starman. They look very similar.
Okay.
So it makes, and plus the staff also chose her.
Okay.
So it just, very convenient. But we find out it's not. But Stargirl was created by Jeff Johns, like one of the best DC writers, and he's the executive producer of the show, and it clearly shows. The special effects.
That's good.
The special effects are also a little bit better than all the other DC Universe stuff we've had. The costumes are most of them are fantastic, especially Stargirl's herself. Hers was great. And basically, and Stripey became Stripe. He basically has a giant mech suit. He's basically like a giant Iron Man type character. Like, it's like a giant
Stripe.
Hulkbuster.
Stripe.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the comic, it's Stripes. I don't know why they took the S off. Because Stripes sounds better than Stripe for some reason.
Does.
One
but they
S.
both sound better than Stripey.
Yeah. But it was just interesting. Like,
Does his costume have stripes on it?
Like one. That's why it's now Stripe instead of
A singular stripe. Just the one stripe.
It's like a giant Hulkbuster type suit that he built.
With a single stripe.
And then basically after the JSA is dead, she finds out about like all their, because basically apparently all of their powers come from like everything but themselves, for most of the heroes at least, except for like Jay Garrick, obviously. Like Alan Scott, he's a Green Lantern, comes from his ring. Well, in the first season, they find she decides she's going to form a new JSA. So she gets a new
short version.
Yes, she gets a new Wildcat from one of her friends at school, and she gets a new Our Man, and then in the second season they've just casted and teased the new Green Lantern character. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's actually a really good show. I was very surprised by the quality of the writing and everything.
Oh. I don't know why. That just reminded me of this. So in the Snyder Cut, right?
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter impersonates Martha.
Yeah.
To convince Lois to get back to working and stuff. To get back into, like, out of her depression sort of a thing, right? But that conversation never happened. Martian Manhunter emotionally manipulates Lois, but Martha never had this conversation. Martha and Lois
never addresses it.
Lois never. And that's the thing. Like, they just leave it at that. Like, oh, that's so heartfelt. They're both grieving. They're both getting over it, sort of a thing. But that wasn't Martha. And Martian Manhunter doesn't care.
No.
He just manipulates Lois.
He can mind wipe her after that if he needed to.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm feeling better now. I don't know why. I have this lapse in memory, but I feel better now.
And I'm just like, oh, this is such a pure moment between them. It's bonding. It's not even Martha. Martha doesn't even talk to Lois about it. She's just like, she got over it. Cool. What?
I don't know. You know, it's in the script. That's what my dad likes to say, which I hate him when he says that.
It's in the script.
I hate when people say that. One of my favorite, and I might have said this last week, you know one of my favorite script moments of all time is?
No, what you said last week was some whack stuff about your biology.
I meant 2 weeks ago. Is an Avengers Endgame, or an Avengers Infinity War, how they said, like, they can only beat Thanos the one way. Mm-hmm. That is some good, I mean, it's very easy, but it's very good storytelling, because like people are like, well, if Star-Lord didn't get involved, it's like, well, apparently
that's the one way.
I love that, because they literally wrote out every single plot hole by doing that.
Yeah, it's true. Which does seem like lazy writing, but at the same time, it's just a middle finger to anyone trying to break a movie plot.
If that's the most simple way to do it, because think about it. Otherwise, you'd have to come with some long, convoluted thing, and somebody's going to find a loophole, or you could just say, yeah, I've tried viewing every other way. There's only one way we can do it. It's like, yeah, it's lazy writing, but at the same time, it's genius, because you literally cannot get another question about it, because then you just throw that in their face, and they're like, but it would... No, but Doctor Strange already viewed it. It wouldn't have worked. Somehow, it wouldn't have worked.
So, yeah, that's a fair point. It's kind of a ingenious idea, actually.
Yeah. So you know what I want to go do now? I want to go watch Loki.
This dude. It's just waiting for you. Just chilling on there. You know, the second you hop on TikTok, you're going to get spoiled.
Oh, yeah. I went on YouTube and I already saw like spoilers. I was like, nope.
Why would you go?
I didn't see anything, but like the thumbnail was literally spoilers. Which, that's a good thing at least.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to rant for a second. TikTok is great, and I like TikTok. It's short, easily digestible entertainment.
It's the modern Vine.
But without sound, it's useless. I think that's fair to say. You need sound for TikTok to be entertaining.
Yes.
Right? So why is there no modern, like, thing that's the same thing. It's just like memes and different things like TikTok posts without sound. You know what I do when I'm in situations where it's like, I need to wait for something? I'm just kind of on my phone. I've got like, Facebook? There's no entertainment on Facebook. What are you scrolling through?
And
Twitter?
then they're copying. They're just trying to use Reels, both Instagram and Facebook.
Like memes are all sound based now. There used to be like iFunny and stuff.
I was
You
gonna
could
say
scroll
iFunny.
through and look at pictures that were funny, but now it's like, what do you have? I have Sudoku. I've got a crossword puzzle. Who wants that?
I have Candy Crush, and that's only.
Oh my! Are you a mom? What level are you on?
I'm definitely over the 1,000 mark.
This dude is a middle-aged mom.
Let's see, what level am I on? I am on level. I don't play it that often. I only play it like what I really have nothing. I'm on level 1207.
Oh my gosh! What?
I will say there was one day I was substituting for this one class.
Good thing you got past 1206.
There was one day I was subbing for this one classroom, and they ended up they didn't have to do anything. They were literally on their computers the whole day. All I had to do was just get up every like 5 minutes, walk around, make sure they're not on any sites they're not supposed to be on. That was literally all I had to do that day. So and there was no cell service or anything.
Cool math.
Something like that. So I ended up
games.
just like hopping on Candy Crush and beat like 100 levels.
What's the difference in the levels?
The ones I'm playing the ones that I'm currently on are a lot more difficult.
Is there a difficulty spike after level 700?
I don't know, but after like some level, everything just got like immediately harder. Don't know when or why, but it did.
They need to make better app games.
Better app. We need better.
App.
We need better app.
We kind of do. I mean, I used to play like Clash Royale, but that game's broken as crap.
You remember those Facebook games like Backyard Monsters?
Oh yeah,
I loved Backyard.
Farmville
and Backyard Monsters.
I used to play Farmville.
Those two. Those were the best.
Backyard Monsters, yeah.
Wasn't there a city one as well? What was that one?
Cityville.
I think Cityville's what I played.
It was probably Cityville.
Whatever that was, that's what I ended up playing more than Farmville.
I liked Farmville.
Backyard Monsters was my favorite though.
Those games always catch you with it'll take you 12 real life hours to harvest your wheat. What do you mean? Let me play the game. Why are you soft locking me like this?
You gotta make your money.
You're
a game developer now. You should know this.
Forcing them to get gems? That's not how I would do the microtransactions.
Nah.
I would do you can get bonus stuff.
You know what I think about loot boxes? Like going back to that earlier topic. When it comes to loot boxes, I don't mind them to a degree.
You like the randomization factor?
I like the randomization factor, but like I like it in the way that Halo 5 does it, cosmetic-wise, where you won't get a repeat cosmetic. You can only get new stuff. Because think about it. If you just kept getting the same cosmetic over and over, then that's just annoying. Like rec packs and Halo, there is a randomization feature to it, but at least when it comes to cosmetic items, you will always get something new.
It's true. I mean, they did do it in a way where, like, if you get the silver or the golds, you're guaranteed to get something you didn't have.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
You see, I'm fine with that. Like, and obviously you'll get repeat items, which you want for Warzone type stuff, but really, at least for a cosmetic stuff, I hate that you don't get new stuff every other time, except with games like Halo 5.
Yeah, that is true. You have to like just buy 100 packs or something to get a chance at getting something. Like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I would definitely say, as far as loot boxes and stuff goes, like at least give them something every single box.
Yeah, for real.
That seems reasonable.
Well, this has been a fun episode.
Yeah,
I'm actually awake this time.
that is true.
Very Halo centric.
Yeah, Halo and Stripey.
Good old Stripey.
I'm not watching this ever in my life.
It's such a good show.
But
DC,
it was
if nothing else, DC makes a good TV show.
They do.
Except in their later
Sort
seasons.
of. Sometimes.
Except in their later
They have a chance at making a above average show half the time, yes.
Well, anyways, guys, let us know what you thought about today's episode. Share it with your friends. Any thoughts?
Yeah, no. Thanks for sticking with us. I hope you enjoy the talk about just basically Halo and ranks with people you don't even know.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go watch Loki, and Caden's gonna go drool over his Xbox Series X now that he finally has it.
Nah, I can't drool over it because then the moisture is gonna get inside the Xbox.
But then it'll create the smoke, like the TikTok shows.
Oh gosh! Don't vape into your Xboxes, guys. Don't do it.
You literally have your own portable space heater now.
Don't. Yeah. Would have got the KF console if it was. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.
Our gang is just a little bit twisted. Bye, gang.